Hello everyone, my name is Vanessa Valle and today I'm going to talk about project-based learning, also known as PBL, and how it can be applied in English language teaching. So this presentation is based on the academic article Project-Based Learning from Theory to EFL Classroom Practice by Pham Duc Ton. I will explain what PBL is, how it works, its benefits, and also the challenges teachers face when implementing it. So I will divide my presentation into four main parts so you can follow the structure easily. First one would be the introduction, its key principles. Second would be how PBL is applied in English language teaching with simple project examples. The third one, the skills and advantages students gain through PBL. And last but not least, the challenges and important considerations for teachers. So let me begin with what PBL actually is. What is project-based learning? So this approach is a teaching model that organizes learning around complex projects instead of traditional short exercises. These projects are based on real-world questions or problems, which means that students are not learning passively. Instead, they engage actively by investigating, making decisions, solving problems, and producing something meaningful at the end. A project usually lasts for an extended period of time, not just a single class. It may take several days or even weeks. So during this time, students explore the topic deeply and connect new knowledge with what they already know. One important characteristic of PBL is that students create a final product, which can be a video, a brochure, a poster, a short presentation, or any type of artifact that represents their work. This final product gives students a clear purpose. They know that whatever they produce will be shared with their classmates or even with a wider audience. So, this can increase motivation and responsibility. PBL also promotes meaningful language use. Instead of memorizing isolated vocabulary or grammar rules, students use English to research, interview, describe, discuss, and present information. So, through this process, language becomes a tool for communicating rather than subject to memorize. Now, what we understand what PBL is, I will go deeper into its key principles. First one, student-centered learning. In PBL, students take the lead. They plan the project, carry out the task, gather information, make decisions, and present the final product. So the teacher moves away from the traditional role of knowledge giver and becomes more of a facilitator or a guide. So this approach helps students become more independent and more responsible for their learning. The second would be a long-term exploration. So, unlike traditional activities, which usually last a few minutes or one class period, PBL involves long term exploration. Students work on the same topic for several sessions. This allows them to explore the topic in depth, make mistakes, correct them, and reflect on their learning journey. Third, challenging questions or motivating topics. Every project begins with a driving question. For example, how can we introduce a tourist in our city to foreign visitors? Or what makes a place interesting for tourists? Or even how can we describe a bakery or a shop to someone who has never been there? So these type of questions make students curious and more willing to participate and interact with the project. The fourth one would be the teacher as a facilitator. The role of the teacher really changes in PBL. Instead of directing every activity, the teacher guides students through the stages, provides structure, supports language needs, and monitors progress. 5. Collaboration instead of competition. PBL encourages teamwork. Students negotiate roles, share tasks, solve conflicts, and exchange ideas. Collaborative work develops valuable social skills that students need in real life. The use of authentic resources and technology. Students look for information in videos, websites, books, or interviews. So they may also use technology to record videos, edit posters, or design brochures. So this gives them exposure to real English, not just textbooks English. The 7 would be a integration of multiple skills. PBL is holistic. A single project can integrate language skills, research, teamwork skills, critical thinking, time management, creativity. So all of these are essential for real life communication and for learning beyond the classroom. Okay, so 8, a tangible final product. At the end of a project, students present something real. This final product gives them a sense of achievement and allows them to express their creativity. And the last thing would be that there's assessment of process and product. So in PBL, evaluation does not happen only at the end. No. So teachers here evaluate the process, teamwork, participation, research, and effort. They also may evaluate the product. So that would be clarity, accuracy, creativity, and presentation. How PBL is applied in English language teaching. Now, I will move on the second part, how PBL is actually used in English classes. So, teachers usually follow a series of stages. The first one would be preparation. The teacher introduces the topic and activates students' background knowledge. The second would be planning. Teacher and students decide what the final product will be, what information they need, and how they will get it. Third one, information gathering. Students collect information from different sources, videos, interviews, books, websites. 4, analysis. Students organize, discuss, and interpret the information. 5, presentation. Students share their final product with the class. And 6, students reflect on what they learned and how they learned it. So the article includes several simple projects, ideas for elementary learners. I will only share with you the three uh, mm, the three the basic ones. So the first example is describing places. Students create a video introducing a famous place in their hometown. Now, what is the focus? Descriptive adjectives and present simple. Second example, tourist attraction presentation. So students here prepare a short oral presentation about a tourist attraction. The focus in here would be speaking and descriptive vocabulary. And the last example would be a poster or a brochure. Students design a brochure describing a craft village or a recipe, something like that. And the focus in here would be writing and vocabulary. Now, skills and advantages developed through PBL. PBL offers many benefits. I will mention the most important ones. So the first one, language skills. Students naturally develop the 4 language skills that are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. They learn language in meaningful situations, not just through memorization. Second, cognitive and metacognitive skills. PBL helps students learn, how to plan, how to research, how to organize information, how to think critically, and how to evaluate their own progress. So these skills are essential for lifelong learning. Social and personal skills. Through teamwork, students learn negotiation, cooperation, responsibility, conflict management. So they also become more autonomous and creative. Many students feel more confident and experience less anxiety when speaking English because the project gives them time to prepare and practice. PBL is effective, but it also comes with challenges. Now, I will talk about some challenges and considerations for us, the teachers. So, the first challenge would be large classes. So, it is difficult for teachers to monitor every group and keep all students motivated. That is something that we have to keep in mind. So, students with no experience in group work could be also a challenge because some students may not know how to collaborate, share tasks, or manage conflict. Another thing would be teachers used to traditional methods. So, teachers who prefer teacher centered instruction may struggle to give more autonomy. It is time consuming. This type of projects require more time than regular lessons. So, this can be difficult when the curriculum is like really strict. And the last one would be technology challenges. Some teachers may feel uncomfortable using digital tools required for projects. So, some important considerations that teachers should keep in mind and how to make PBL actually work is that we have to teach teamwork explicitly, provide a language support at every stage, break projects into clear steps, allow flexibility, and have students to complete tasks, evaluate both the process and the final product. So, to conclude, project-based learning is a powerful approach that promotes deeper learning, meaningful communication, and a strong collaboration. Even though it presents challenges, it benefits for students both academically and personally, make it a valuable method in English language teaching. Thank you so much for listening.